If you see a random tennis ball on the ground, call for help. You know, what can look less threatening than an abandoned tennis ball lying on the ground? But if you notice one while walking your dog, don't ever let your pet approach it. And don't pick it up yourself either. An innocent-looking ball can turn out to be a homemade explosive that can seriously injure you or your dog. In most cases, tennis ball bombs and other homemade explosives are found before, during, or right after the fireworks season. People pull the insides of fireworks out and put these explosive materials into common objects, ping pong balls, pipes, and tennis balls. After that, they add a wick and, oh boy, their illegal homemade firework is ready. Some such fireworks are set off effectively. Their creators recklessly launch them into the air and they explode. At first sight, it may seem cool, but in fact, it's downright dangerous. The problem is, some homemade bombs disguised as harmless tennis balls are left lying around on the ground. People light them, the so-called firework doesn't react, and so they think it's a dud. After all, it didn't go boom. But who knows what's happening inside these things? They can easily be smoldering on the inside. Then, after being moved around, an object that appears to be a simple tennis ball explodes. This turns tennis balls into time bombs for curious dogs and small children. Dogs love tennis balls. Upon seeing one, your pet is likely to snatch it and bring it to you. Throwing such a booby-trapped toy for your dog to fetch can have dire consequences. In 2000, a man in Portland, Oregon took his dog for a walk, never suspecting that this routine activity would end in tragedy. At some point, he spotted a tennis ball lying on the ground not far from them. The unsuspecting man picked the ball up and decided to play fetch with his dog. Shockingly, after several rounds, the ball blew up in the dog's mouth. The injuries were fatal, and the pet had to be put down immediately. Abandoned firecrackers hidden in tennis balls have been found repeatedly in different locations, from remote wooded areas to busy neighborhoods. In 2015, a man found a tennis ball bomb during his hike around a lake. Luckily, no one was injured. These homemade fireworks present a danger not only to animals, but to people as well. If such a thing goes off in somebody's hand, the chances are high that this person will lose their limb. Imagine if it's a little child, eager to explore their surroundings. A bright green tennis ball would be the first thing to attract their attention. In this case, the consequences could be fatal. This is why it's crucial to stay clear of stray and abandoned tennis balls and other suspicious objects. Try not to pick them up, and forbid your kid or your dog from playing with them. Usually, you can easily identify a tennis ball bomb. It's typically a real ball wrapped with some duct tape. There's also a fuse sticking out of the package. If it's not wrapped, search for any signs indicating that the ball was cut open or tampered with. There might be a hole where a fuse used to be. Other warning signs you should pay attention to are scorch marks, tape attached to the ball, detectable seams in the places where the ball was cut, or something sticking out of the ball. If you suspect that you found a homemade tennis ball firework, don't touch it. Stay a safe distance away from this object. Contact your local police department immediately, and make sure nobody approaches the ball while the police are on their way.